with the moon. Let's look at the moon phase and see what's going on in the 15th day of the month. If you can pull it up a call. And around the 14th and the 15th day of the month, let's see what's going on. When you look at the lunar calendar, about the 14th and 15th day of the month, what does the moon look like? There you go. So the 14th and the 15th day of the month, right? Okay. When you look at it, what does the moon look like?
Nearly full.
It's full, right? Usually around that time. It's usually around full around that time. So when was the new moon during this month? If you can look and see the new moon. I'm sorry. See if you can pull up. See if we can pull up when the new moon was. Oh, you see it?
26.
The 26th. What is later in the month? The 26th. So the 14th and 15th day of that month, right? Okay. So what I'm getting at, right? The 14th, 15th day of the month, the moon is usually around full, right? So I mean, this is Esau's calendar. Of course, that's what we're using. But when you look at the moon phase, let's only look at the moon. Yeah. So, according to Esau, day 1, day 2, day 3 is the new moon. But not all the time it ends up like that. Sometimes the new moon, it gets dark on the 26th of the month. We just saw that. The new moon is dark on the 26th of the month. So now, on the 14th, 15th day of this month, we have to keep the tabernacles, right? What was so popular about the 14th and 15th day on another holiday? What did we keep? Right? We just mentioned it about Bib. Huh?
Feast of Unleavened Bread?
Right. We kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So when we left out of Egypt, it was the 14th, 15th day of the month. So what was going on then? It was the new moon. I mean, not the new moon. It was a full moon. So we had light in the night. Right? We had light leaving out of Egypt. But Yahushua was there to give us that extra light. Give us that guide. Because he was that night. He was that fire by night, right? And the cloud by day. You got me? Y'all with me? Ariel, you with me? Okay. I just want to show you. So now we're going into the Feast of Tabernacle. Let's go back. Feast of Tabernacle. So on the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Most High. Right? We can't really go by, Esau's calendar because it says September, October. And sometimes, according to when the new moon is, and you start counting, you could end up, like right now, what month we in? October. Right? According to Esau. But we're still in September. Right? So, it overlaps. You know what I'm saying? If we had to build a calendar, of course, it'll be correct. Right? So, in this 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles. Now, this is a feast. This is a time that we should be gathering together. This is a time that we should be eating, mirth, laughing, enjoying one another, not argue, fighting, not going out there and being in the world and doing all kind of worldly stuff. This is the time that Israel need to come together. A lot of our people are going to be celebrating a holiday this month called Halloween, right? At the end of the month, right? So we are not to celebrate Halloween. The Most High has given us all the holidays that we need. We do not need to celebrate Halloween. Neither do our children need to dress up with masks on. We don't need to put any costumes on, right? If anything, you need to have your garment on. If anything, and they ask you, well, who are you supposed to be? I say, I'm not supposed. I am who I say I am. Forget about that. I'm not supposed to be anybody. I am what I say I am. I am from the tribe of Gad, from the nation of Israel. Right? And we come out here to teach our people the truth according to the Bible. That the holidays that are written in the Bible is what we're supposed to keep, and not the holidays of this world. All right? So now, the month of Abib is when we're supposed to observe and then we're supposed to keep the Passover. And then we're supposed to do our count, and we end up in the 7th month, and we have memorial blowing of trumpets, right? Right? Which is called, and I want you to get some understanding on that, memorial blowing trumpets. When you speak the Hebrew that's here, right, that's what they call the Assyrian Hebrew. When we were in the Assyrian captivity, our language was changed around from the Hebrew that we have here on the wall. This is the ancient Hebrew. This is what they call the modern Hebrew. So that's why you have these names like Feast of Tabernacle will be here in this Hebrew, and over here will be the Sukkoth. Right? So it's, it's said differently, pronounced differently. Okay? So don't get get crazy when we hear somebody say Rosh Hashanah. The head of the year, the new year. They may mention about the new moon. It's the highest new moon of the year. That's what they're trying to say. Right? Or you hear something say Yom Kippur, which is the atonement. Right? Or the Sukkoth. Kag means feast. Sukkoth means booth. Tabernacle. So, things will change around. Like we're coming up on what? Hanukkah now, right? That's the next high holy day is going to be coming up. Will be Hanukkah. Hanukkah is spelled two different ways. Right? It's spelled Hanukkah, which is the Assyrian, and when we speak the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, is Kanakah, spelled with a C, C-H. And the way they spell it now is H-A. So it's because of the changing of the languages is the reason why, we have those two different names. You gonna bring it up, Carl? Yeah. If you can find it. All right. So in this month we are to keep the feast of Tabernacles, the 7th month, and this is the time the Most High made us to dwell in the booths. Read on. All right. Verse 35.
Verse 35.
Okay.
On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
All right.
7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. It shall be an holy convocation unto you.
Right. So now the first day, the opening, is a holy convocation. All right. That's when you have to come. You have to be here. And then on the 8th day, Shalom. And on the 8th day is a holy convocation. Right? So both days you gotta come, because why? Because this is what the Most High prescribed for us. Right? These are the holy convocation, mean holy gathering. Right? These are the days that is important that we have to be here. So the 8th day will be next week. Right? It'll be next week, Saturday, next week, so-called Saturday, Shabbat. When the Shabbat ends, right, and the sun goes down again, we consider the 8th day. All right? Read on. You said on. Go ahead.
Verse
36.
Verse 36.
Okay.
7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
Right.
On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation.
A holy convocation. Read on.
And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
Right.
It is a solemn assembly.
It's a solemn assembly. Read.
And ye shall do no servile work therein.
Right. So this 2 days, right, is a solemn assembly. That means we all must come together on the first day and the 8th day. It's very important. Hold that. Give me Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 24. We're going to go back there.
The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 24.
Hold that.
Read.
Start at 23. Hebrews 10 verse 23. Read that.
Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering.
Right. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. What is profession? What is that? Some of you do work, a career. You're professional. This is what you do, is your career, is your life. Right? Our faith without wavering. We can't be wavering in our faith. Faith without works is dead, right? So you can believe in the Most High all you want. You can believe you can hit the lotto. That don't mean you're going to win. Right? Every day people believe they're going to hit the lotto. That's why every day they go down there and play. Because they have faith in the lotto God. There's a God called the lotto God. Yeah. Because you have to have faith to play every day, because you're saying to yourself, I believe that I'm going to win today. Right? So we got to remember that. Right? So let us hold fast to our profession of our faith without wavering. We can't be wavering. We can't be back and forth. Read.
For he is faithful that promised.
The Most High is faithful because, you know what? He promised us a lot of things. He promised us the land. He promised us eternal life. Right? He promised us many things. Right? Read on.
And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
Right. We got to show love and good works. Read on.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
Not forsaking what?
The assembling of ourselves together.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, which is very important. We cannot forsake the assembly. What's the assembly? What we in assembly last night. The convocation. That's the assembly. The first day and the 8th day. Those are the 2 days that we got to come together and worship the Most High. And do His will and do His work. And do this tabernacle. This is mandatory. Okay? Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together. Read.
As the manner of some is.
Right?
But exhorting one another.
Do what?
Exhorting one another.
Right. Exhorting one another, meaning that we should encourage one another to do the right thing. Right? We need to encourage each other to do the right thing. And that's congregate when? On the first day, right, of the tabernacles, and the last day, the 8th day. Read.
In so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Right. And in so much the more the day you see that is approaching. What day is approaching? What day is approaching? What are you talking about? Benaniah. Right. The day of your Yahushua coming back. You know? Yahushua always said when he come back, you want to be found, you know, in the vineyard doing the work. You don't want to be in KOD making it rain. Right? And some of you Negroes are so broke you can't even make it drizzle. So I don't know what you did in KOD doing anyway. Right? So the Most High want us to encourage one another to do the right thing. We have to encourage each other to do the right thing. This is the time of our tabernacle. This is the time, and especially now, this is a really bad time during this time. Esau is really showing himself. You know, you see in give me 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. The Most High is showing how, you know, Esau continually want to put his foot on our neck, literally. Right? But our people don't. We take a blind eye. We want peace. We want equal rights. We still fighting for equal rights over 60, 70 years. For what? Why are you looking to be equal with somebody that is the head fornicator of the earth? That don't make no sense. Read that out.
This is the book of 2 Timothy.
Right.
Chapter 3 and verse 1.
Read.
This know also.
That what?
That in the last days.
In what days?
In the last days.
What days are we in?
The last days.
We're in the last days, man. That what? Read.
Perilous times shall come.
Perilous times is going to come. You don't think this is perilous time? What does the word perilous means? Hard times. Right? Read.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Right?
Covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
That's a lot of stuff going on. Right? This is what's going on today. Right? Be lovers of themselves. They care about nobody. What do they call it? Lolo or something like that? I don't know. YOLO. You know, you only got one life. Right? Lovers of themselves. They what? No. I got something. I'm gonna pull it out. I'll get it. Yeah. They lovers of themselves. They're doing all kind of wickedness on a high level. What about that guy I always like to pull this picture out. Let me get it. What about this guy that got caught in the Target messing around with the snowman? Huh? What's going on there? Right? Why would you want to be equal to a nation of people that do this kind of evil and wickedness on a high level? Right? Let's see if I find it. I don't know if I see it. Why would you want to be equal to people like that? When the Most High said that you are the greatest people on this earth. No, it's not. You got it? Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, he pulled it up. That's right. Look at this right here. Our people fighting for equal rights and no justice, no peace. We want to be equal to the so-called white man, right? Florida man arrested for sexual assaulting a stuffed Olaf at Target, right? So now the snowman that plays in what's the movie? Frozen. Which, what are you doing? What's going on here? Right? This is a high level of wickedness. This animal didn't even if it was Esau, he's just a demon. I don't understand. There's no other word. It's just straight Satan. Straight up. Right? We in perilous time because we have Satan above us right now. USA stands for not United States of America. It stands for under Satan's authority. Right? United Snakes of America. Right? So, like a lot of people, they want to get Joe Biden in there. Right? Yeah. Let's get Trump out and get Joe Biden. I'd rather have Trump in there because Trump, you don't have to have the grass high or low. You see who he is. You see the serpent. Right? With Joe Biden, you have to cut the grass very low to see him because he's going to duck, he's going to hide from you, and when he pop out, he's going to make it seem like everything is great. But all he's doing, right, is pacifying our people, telling them everything is going to be all right. But Donald Trump is telling you straight out, you Negroes need to work. I'd rather deal with somebody that's going to be straight up with me and call me a nigger to my face than somebody going to call me a nigger behind my back. That's how I know what you're dealing with. I see you. But our people, they put their trust in this kingdom. Right? We put our trust in this kingdom, right? Drop that. Go back to you could drop Hebrews. We're in perilous times right now. Go back to the Tabernacles. That's where we were at. We have to go back. We have to come back to the law and statute commandments. These laws are not done away with. People say, well, we can't keep the tabernacle. People used telling me that you couldn't keep the tabernacle years ago. Oh, you can't keep the tabernacle. Where are you going to stay at? I said, okay. We found a park. We bought tents. We went out and stayed in the park. Oh, y'all not really keeping it. What do you mean we're not really keeping it? You and your air-conditioned house. You're not really keeping it. Right? We went out and we found a park. We stayed there a while, but it was like too much with the mosquitoes. It was like on a high level over there. And we found another park called Quiet Waters Park, right? And, we searched out and we found this park. The Most High blessed us with this place. It happened to be one of the number one parks for a couple of years in a row in Broward County. Right? And they had tents set up already. All we had to do was go in and stay in there. That's it. We brought a little cot or whatever, or you brought an air mattress and you laid out your little carpet and you wound up staying there for the 8 days all together. So the Holy Convocation started there, right? And we stayed in the tent 8 days, and on the 8th day we had the Holy Convocation again. Right? So now during this time we living in what they call the COVID-19 time. Right? So this is the condition that's going on right now. All the parks are closed. I mean, they're open, but they're open for people that jogging or they want to walk their stupid dog. You want to walk your dog in the park and you want to hang out and do some jogging. But when it comes to like you want to have a sleepover or sleep in the park in a tent, Esau said no. Right? he knows that we're going to dwell in the park because every year we do it. Right? So he cut out the sleepover in the park. So what are we doing now? So I'm hearing brothers at LOZ here are pull up in their backyard, or they got a tent out in the backyard, and somehow they're keeping the tabernacles, man, and that's a great thing. I suggest every battle with the Grecians, right? And the Romans with Esau. And where did we go to keep the Sabbath? If everybody remember, we were in the cave keeping the Sabbath, right? So if our forefathers could go in the cave and keep the Sabbath, you ain't telling me we can't go out in the backyard and put a tent out? Come on now, in the cave.
Shame on us.
Right. And then on top of it, right, when they were in the cave, right, they couldn't go and eat. Like, they couldn't go kill a lamb. Because they're hungry. They want to eat some meat. How they going to kill a lamb? If they kill the lamb, right, how they going to cook it? If you cook the lamb and you're in the cave, what's going to happen? You're going to send a smoke signal out. The cat's going to know where you at. Right? So what they had to do, they had to eat berries and nuts, fruits. Right? And certain times they may have went and, killed some animal, but they couldn't do that because they would not be able to keep the Sabbath in peace because they know that Esau knows when the Sabbath is. And that's when he tried to attack us at all times because we were vulnerable on the Sabbath because we was a holy convocation. We all kept the Sabbath. We got together. We prayed. And now everybody wanted to come and attack. Only Jewish Maccabees was the one who actually said, yo, no more. That when we keep on the Sabbath, we're going to be on guard. And when you come, we ready. And a lot of the priests, them guys was mad because they say, we're not supposed to fight on the Sabbath. But we got to use wisdom. We have to use wisdom. During these last days, we're going to keep the tabernacles no matter what. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right. Give me, go back to where we left off at. Leviticus.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 36.
Okay.
7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
Okay.
On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you.
And
you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High.
Okay.
It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein.
All right. It's a solemn assembly, and you not should be doing any work therein. All right.
These are the feasts of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day.
Okay. Give me Deuteronomy 16 and verse 16. All right, we're going to just touch on some scriptures concerning. Matter of fact, before you, let me see. Give me Leviticus, jump down to 42. That's what I'm looking for. Leviticus 23. Stay in Leviticus. Jump down to 42.
Leviticus 23 and verse 42.
Read.
Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born.
That are what?
Israelites born.
Right.
Shall dwell in booths.
Right. So if you're an Israelite born, you should be dwelling in booths. Right. If I seen a picture with an Israelite next to a Moab, I don't know what they was doing, but I don't want none of that smoke. Moab not supposed to be in a congregation. Period. Right. I don't know where he going with that one. I don't know what breakdown they got with that, but I ain't going there. I don't want none of that smoke. So the Most High said, "Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days." Right. Read. All Israelite born shall dwell in booths. Read on.
That your generations may know that
right.
I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
Right.
When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I am the Most High Yahweh, your power.
Right. So now, this is a commemoration of us when we were in coming out of Egypt, dwelling in booths. This is what we're doing. We're honoring the Most High and our forefathers that dwell in the wilderness during this time. That's why it's important for us to keep these high holy days. So the Most High, when you do righteous in the Most High's eyes, his eyes are upon you. He's looking upon you. But when you do evil, what happens? He separates himself from you. He leave you to the world. That's why you see our children, they running astray. They running around with, their pants sagging. Because they have no vision. Remember, we're looking, right? We're focused. We see the light. Right? We know which way to walk. If you see the light, if you're standing in a dark room and you see the light, and you're over, and the captain is over there, Kadash is over there, right? I'm in the light, he's in the dark. I say, Kadash, you see me? Yeah, I see you. You in the light. I say, I can't see you. You in the dark. So now, do I go to him or does he come to me? Huh? You got to walk into the light. Right? What our people fail to understand is that they don't have no vision. There's no salvation. No salvation is being taught to these younger generation. They have no vision, they have no thoughts, they have nothing. They said without a vision the people perish. Right? So they walk around, their vision is what? I'm gangster. I gotta sag my pants, I'm gangster, I gotta carry my gun, I gotta carry my piece. You know what I mean? I gotta get these drugs, I gotta get these money, I gotta have these Jordans. That's their vision. Which is garbage. It's tangible. But the vision that we're giving here today is that what? When you come back to the Most High and keep His commandments, you're going to be walking in the light. You got to walk in the light. Right? Give me Deuteronomy 16. I'm going to go somewhere. I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something. Give me Deuteronomy 16, verse 16.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 16.
Right.
3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Most High Yahweh thy power.
Right. And this 3 times in a year, all men must appear before the Most High thy power. Why not the women too? It's a question. Why not women? Right. So the women, sometimes they become unclean. So they will not be here. And what I'm hearing now the men has become unclean. But that's another story. All right. I ain't going to bring that out. Right. But, right. So now, 3 times in a year, all male must appear before the Most High. Right. Read.
In the place which he shall choose. Mm-hmm. In the feast of unleavened bread.
Right. So in the beginning of the year, the feast of unleavened bread, we talked about that. Right. The month of Abib. 14 days after, we keep the feast of unleavened bread. Read.
And in the feast of weeks.
And in the feast of weeks, right? The feast of weeks is what?
Pentecost.
The Pentecost, right? If you look at Yashapar, she got a shirt on, say the Pentecost. Right? Benaniah, that's my wife Yashapar, right? Right? She have a shirt on, say the Pentecost. It says Shavuot, right? That's in the Hebrew that they speak now. Right? So, in the feast of weeks, read.
And in the feast of tabernacles.
And this is where we're in now, in the feast of tabernacles. Read.
And they shall not appear before the Most High empty.
Right. You ain't supposed to come in here with an empty stomach talking about I'm hungry. I'm just playing. Empty meaning what? You should need to, bring something. Whatever the Most High blessed you with, right? Whatever the Most High blessed you with. Okay? So whatever that may be, maybe you have some substance, maybe you have some shakal, as they say, shakal is money, and you want to put it into the box. Maybe you want to purchase some food and bring food and drinks. Okay, read.
Every man shall give as he is able,
according
to the blessing of the Most High Yahweh thy power, which he hath given thee.
So the Most High said, what the Most High blessed you with, bless the sanctuary. That's what he's saying. In this 7th month, man, let me tell you something. In this 7th month, this box supposed to be full, believe it or not. Because listen, you got the Shabbat. You leave an offering on the Shabbat. We got 4 Shabbats, right? This month. 4 Shabbats and 3 high holy days. So that's 7 times we meeting up in the 7th month. That's 7 donations you got. Yeah, it's a lot of, yeah. Think about that. Right? You know, at any point, you know, you could be given. As the Most High blessed you. I don't care if you got $2 for each one of these days. Put them $2 in, man. At least you gave something, right? It's better than nothing, right? Correct?
Right.
All right. So now I want to show you something. Give me 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 6. Just going into the vision. I want to speak about the vision. You know, it's just this younger generation. When I look at them, man, we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. A lot of us gonna get ready to celebrate Halloween. Our young generation is gonna be putting on costumes. They're gonna be dressing up as clowns and princesses and running around. You know, this is an evil thing in the sight of the Most High, right? Because the Most High given us holidays, and they're right here in the Bible. Best instructions before leaving earth, right? Best instructions before leaving earth. So let's get 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 6, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Hold on, let me get it. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember if that's it right there. I hope that's it. It's something I wanted to just show you. You know? Right. Read that out. That's it. Read that.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Read.
That no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter.
Right. You should not defraud your brother in any matter. Right. This kingdom is set up to defraud your brother every day. Right. But being as Israelites, being awakened into this word, you should not defraud your brother at no time. Read.
Because that the Most High is the avenger of all such. Right.
So now, you got to think about that for a second. The Most High is the avenger. So if you defend, tell him, Radad, hey Radad, I got a car out there for sale. Yo, give me like $3,000 for it. And he look at the car, Lexus, it look nice. But I know the transmission is going out, but I'm gonna sell it to him anyway, you know? He get down the block, maybe a month, half a month later, and boom, that thing's bust out on him and he's finished. Hey man, you sold me this car, you're supposed to be my brother, what's going on? The avenger might be coming for me because I defrauded him. I knew something was wrong with the car and I did not tell him. And if I told him, I said, listen man, give me $500 for the car, the transmission going out. I'll take it. When it go out, I'll fix it. You know what I mean? It's something that he want to do, okay, we can work it out. But now if I don't tell him that something is going on with the car and I sell him the car anyway, I'm getting over on him. You know, I'm giving him a 649, as Benjamin would say, you know. Y'all got me? Y'all with me on this one?
No.
All right. Can't defraud your brother. I'm just using that as an example. Read on.
As we also have forewarned you and testified.
Right. Read on.
For Yahweh hath not called us unto uncleanness.
Right.
But unto holiness.
Right. The Most High did not call us unto uncleanness, meaning that the Most High didn't call us onto being unclean, meaning that the breaking of the laws. He didn't call us for us to be wicked, right? Call us, but
as the world says,
right? Crete, right? He didn't call us to be wicked. He called us to be righteous. Read on. Verse 8.
He therefore that despiseth not man, but Yahweh.
Right. You don't despise man. You despise the Most High. Right. Because the Spirit of the Most High dwells where? In man. That's right. So you don't despise not man, you despise the Most High. Read.
Who hath also given unto us his Holy Spirit.
Who also given unto us his Holy Spirit. Read on.
But as touching brotherly love.
Touching what?
Brotherly love.
This is very important. See, when you look at Israel right now, in this day, 2020, the brotherly love is out there. Psalms 133 is going down, right? A lot of brothers out there, they love one another. They showing love to one another, right? He said as what? But as touching brotherly love, right? Read.
Ye need not that I write unto you.
Read.
For ye yourselves are taught of Yahweh to love one another.
Right. We are taught of the Most High to love one another. Don't you know that it's a commandment by God that you're supposed to love your brother? That is law. I can't fight that. You can't say I don't like him. Well, I just don't like that brother. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't like him. Something is wrong with you. Right? You can't just come out and just say you don't like the brother. If something is wrong and you got an issue with the brother, you got to reach out to him and say, yo, I don't know what it is, but something is going in my spirit. I'm being wicked or something. I don't know. You need to repent of that feeling. Because we got to show brotherly love and we need to love one another. That's law. That's the second greatest commandment. To love thy neighbor as thyself. Meaning that you have to love yourself first before you love someone else. If you look in the mirror and you don't like that person, you ain't going to be able to love someone else. You got a problem. Then your problem is bigger than what you think it is. Because the scriptures say, love thy neighbor as thyself. So that means what? You got to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you love your brother? That's impossible. You got to love yourself, man. You got to love this word. And let me tell you something. This word has got to be your first love. Period. Forget about your wife. Forget about your children. Forget about the grandchildren, your uncle, your aunt. All that stuff is out the window. This, huh?
Mind if I get that precept?
No. Hold it. What precept? Mark?
Leviticus 19:18.
No. You go hold it. The love of God is first. If you don't put him first, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. At the end of the day, you can forget about it, man. You got to put this first, man. And in scripture, even Paul wrote about it. He said, man, it be so as if you weren't even married. Like you didn't even have a wife. That's how sometimes you got to move. Because a lot of people, they'll be coming at you and like, hey, why you going over there? Well, why you doing that? Well, why don't you do this? Why you stop doing that? Why don't you stop doing that? You got to have tunnel vision when it comes to the Most High. Listen, man. Even Peter, that was his number one disciple, tried to stop him from going on that cross. He called him Satan. Get behind me, Satan. Because, that was written that he must go up there. So anybody that come against you to try to stop you from doing this work has got the spirit of the devil on them. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's your daughter. I don't care if it's your father. I don't care if it's your grandmother. It don't matter. Nothing should stop you from doing this work. Satan himself sometimes visits you in the bed on the Shabbat. You lay in the bed. And the spirit come on to you. Hey, brother, why don't you just take a nap? That's Satan. Just don't worry about it. Let somebody else do it. That's Satan. You wake up and say, Yahshatan, I got to go. And you wash up and you put your garment on. And you freshen up. You put your oil on. Put an extra fringe on. Put double fringes on. Right? Because that's the attitude you got to take. Especially those of you who are looking to be a leader. You got to be serious. If you're going to be a leader, you got to be there early. You got to be consistent no matter what. Rolling up in here with your tire flat and all. If it be possible. Right? So now, we got to be, together, brotherly love. Loving one another. Read verse 10.
Book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 10.
Read.
And indeed, you do it toward all the brethren which are in all Macedonia. But we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more.
Right, we got to increase more and more in this word. Read.
And that ye study.
That you do what?
Study.
We got to study. We got to make time to study. Read.
To be quiet and to do your own business. And to work with your own hands. Right. As we commanded you.
Right, and it'd be good. We look at this as being businessmen. Some of us are self-contractors in this word, right? Being a self-contractor has its advantage. Having your own business have its advantage. You never have to worry about the high holy day. You never have to worry about the Shabbat. Right? Because being your own business, hey, listen, you tell them, I don't care what's going on with you. When the Shabbat come, if you got a problem, you better call 911 because I won't be there. They'll come quicker than I can. I'll be there on a sundown when the Shabbat is over. I'm not coming to work. I told my employer that already. It ain't never going to happen. If we have a hurricane, the trees is down, I ain't coming. Don't look for me. But I'll be there when the sun go down. And I'll help y'all get things together. But other than that, Shabbat is number one. All right? Read on.
That ye may walk honestly toward them that are without.
Right? So we got to walk honestly toward them that are without what? What are they without? Wisdom, knowledge, understanding. We got to be honest with our people. We got to tell them the truth. The path that you're going down is death and destruction. Serving the Most High is the way of life. Read on.
And that ye may have lack of nothing.
Read on.
But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep.
Right.
That ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope.
Right. All right. So concerning them which are asleep, which what? Meaning what? They have gone. They've passed on. Read.
For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again.
We believe that Yahushua rise and rose again. Khan? Read.
Even so, them also which sleep in Yahushua will bring Yahweh bring with him.
Right. So when Yahushua returned back, those that slept, those that died already, that put in their work, they're going to return back with him. Read.
For this we say unto you by the word of the Most High.
What did he say?
That we which are alive and remain until the coming of the Most High shall not prevent them which are asleep.
Right. Read on.
For the Most High himself shall descend from heaven with a shout.
Right. He's going to descend from heaven with a shout. Read.
With the voice of the archangel.
With the voice of the what?
The archangel.
If you see the archangel, man, most of the prophets that saw the archangel then gave up the spirit. They had to put the spirit back in some of these prophets. If you remember when Balaam was riding the donkey, and the donkey saw the angel drawing sword. And he kicked him, and the donkey said, nah, man, I don't care what you do. I ain't going near that angel. That angel's ready to take life. Right? So Yahushua coming back with that kind of angels, man. He going to rule over all of them, right? Read on.
And with the trump of Yahweh.
Right.
And the dead in Hamashiach shall rise
right.
first.
And those people that slept, they're going to rise with Hamashiach Yahushua first, right? Read.
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
We're going to be caught up with them in the clouds. Read.
To meet the Most High in the air.
Read.
And so shall we ever be with the Most High.
Why are we going through this? Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about Yahushua returning back? The dead rising up. We being caught up with them in the sky. We're seeing the Most High, Yahushua. Why are we saying this? Read. Verse 18.
Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Do what?
Comfort one another with these words.
We got to be comfort in these words, knowing that we believe that this is going to happen. Our faith know that this is going to happen. We have to be comfort in these last days, knowing that Yahushua is going to come back and redeem us out of this captivity, and we're going to be caught up in the cloud with him, and we're going to get up out of here. That's our vision. That's our light. The younger generation don't see this. The church system don't teach them this. The church system say just believe in Jesus and give us your money. Right? And all kind of wickedness and fornication go down amongst them. They don't keep no law, so they like what? Brute beasts. So the nations know that as long as we in transgression, the Most High is not going to come for us, man. That's why they keep us in transgression. That's why they continually give us pork, shrimp, ham, lobster. To keep us in transgression. They know that. They know that. But we don't see it. What you got now? Get that. You can get that, Romans 15:4, right? Get Romans 15:4 and Romans 13:11.
This is the book of Romans, chapter
Right.
15 and verse 4.
Hold on. Romans 15 verse 4, right? Read.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime
Right.
were written for our learning.
Why are we not learning? Right? Yeah. We learn how to, we learn how to do all kind of wickedness, but we're not learning how to be righteous. Right? Yeah. We learn all kind of wickedness. Well, our people have now turned Instagram until I don't know what it is now. They need to call it instant bootygram, right? Because if you go on there, that's what all everybody's doing. It's the same thing, right? Where is the love of that? What are you getting out of that? Our people fail to understand that the things that they do, they're gonna suffer for it after death. It's better you do right now, right? And the Most High find favor in you, right? And when you leave here, you don't have that much sin for him to really judge you on, right? Then you just be straight outdoors, just wicked. And the Most High just get rid of you, just break the mold. You don't return no more. Just annihilate you, right? We have to learn that we are who we are. We are the Israelites, according to the Bible. Whether they like it, accept it, understand it or not. I don't care what anybody thinks. Those people call themselves the Jew is the 13th tribe. That's all. They have no proof that, somebody said they got DNA saying that they're the true Israelites. And it had the nerve one day I was watching a documentary. They said that they got DNA to say that some of the people like in Ethiopia they have some DNA trace back to Israel, that they're connected to the Jews. I'm like, what are you talking about? Where you going with that? What are you comparing the DNA to? Those same Jewish people? Right? That man said in that book, he said the only way the white man can be a Jew if there's a 13th tribe. That's it. They said, oh no. And he was a Jew himself. He was Jewish himself. So he was even cutting himself when he said that. And where's he at now? Missing in the grave. Right? And they said, oh, he don't count. Nobody believes him. Then if it's not a big deal, then why charge Nick Cannon for all that money? Right? Why get that brother, what's it, LaShawn Jackson or something like that? What's his name? Deshaun Jackson, right. Why charge him for what he did? He didn't even say nothing. He just posted something. And already it was on his case. All right? Huh? They charge all of them, right? Yeah. They charge every last one of them. And what happened? What happened when you when one of them say something against us? Nothing. Whatever. It's like they shook their shoulders. Don't worry about him. Where's Al Sharpton? Right? Where's Jesse Jackson? Where's our political leaders? Where's our leaders at? How come they not standing up and saying, yo, listen, you heard what he said about us? We want $5.5 billion for the slander of the so-called black man in America. We want the money now. Right? We taking you to the Supreme Court.
That should be easy.
Huh?
They should easily give us that.
Right. But I'm just saying, but why? Why not? Because Jake know he's not going to stand up for it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to go against the so-called Jew. Right? Because it's his system. He got the system from us. He got the laws, everything from us. But nobody's charging them for anything. The only one that's charging them for anything is us, the Israelites on the street.
Isn't that what they call it? They got it from us, what they call it, the judicial system?
That's right. They got it off to the Hebrews, the Jews. That's right. We go out there and we charge them, we tell them and say, listen, you are going to pay for the crimes that you have done against my people. You are going to pay. Whatsoever a man soweth, that's all he also reap. You're going to get it. Right? And he's going to get it the worst, Esau. The other nation's going to get it, but Esau is going to get it the worst. Double. So what happened to us is going to happen to them. It's going to be double. So what we telling you here, what I went to Thessalonians for, is to give you words of encouragement that what? The light is there. We got to walk into the light. Not be in darkness. Darkness is wickedness. We got to come out of the wickedness. We got to come out of wickedness and be righteous and walk into the light. Our people have not worse. Right. Our people have not seen the light. That's why they have no vision. That's why our children are getting gunned down. Right? Because they have no vision. Oh, what you want me to do? Go to school, go to college, get a degree, then I gotta work 9 to 5. Our children, they don't want to do none of that. They want it now. Right? They want it now. They want it now. Forget about later. Forget about trying to build something, build up to get somewhere where you're able to, sustain yourself. They want it now. They don't want it later. Forget about saving. They don't want to save any money. They just want it now. I seen young men, when my son was graduating from high school, I seen the women went crazy. They went out and rented Mercedes-Benz S500s, a Jaguar. I'm talking about $100,000 cars and expensive cars for these children to ride around in because it was prom night or whatever. They graduated. To do what? To do what? All you're doing is encouraging them to desire the things of this world. Right? I prefer to say, hey, I'll buy you a 2000 Grand Marquis and there's your car now. Now you got your ride, air conditioning, go back and forth to work. Negro don't want that, man. I gotta be riding the Benz. I gotta be flossing. I gotta be, looking good. I gotta be fresh. That's what this world gives to our children. But here, we giving them hope. What is hope? Your salvation. Forget about that. You'll get that in the kingdom. Forget about those cars. Those cars is garbage. A lot of times our people, we obtain big homes, expensive cars, expensive homes to live in. And you know what happens? We in the Feast of Tabernacles, and you ask them, say, yeah, I got my tent. They say, well, yeah, I got my mortgage. I got me a big house. I got 7 bedrooms. Got 5 bathrooms. I'm driving an S500. And you ask them, well, where's your tent? Where's my what? Right. Where's your tent? We're in the 7th month. Right. We're in the Tabernacles. Where's your tent? Well, you get well. When you hear well, sin is coming right after that. Right? Yeah. Well, I got my house. I got this. I got that. You got all these nice things. But where's your tent at? Where's your tent? Nobody. They can't answer. Because you desire the things of this world, right? You're going to go after those things. You're going to try to... If something happens to that house, what you going to do? If something happened to roof cave in, what are you going to do? You're going to go get a loan. You're going to go borrow some money. You're going to do whatever you got to do to fix that problem that you have in that big house that you spent all that money for, right? And then what about the Sabbath? What about the tabernacle? What's going on? He's going to do a wedding. He's coming here now? Okay. Hallelujah. 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 All right. So what we're going to do is, right, let's finish that verse right there. For whatsoever things were written aforetime, read.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime,
right,
were written for our learning.
Okay.
That we through patience,
all right,
and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Might have what?
Hope.
Hope, man. Our salvation. That's what we need. We don't have hope. That's why our children are disarray. That's why they running buck wild. Right? This is the condition and what's going on. Okay? So now, we in our tabernacles, right? We're going to, I blessed the food already. We're going to set up a closing prayer. Those of you that are out there, and we at 2937 West Broward Boulevard, we over here keeping the Feast of Tabernacles. So come through. We got a little bit of food left. If you want to bring some food to the feast, you're more than welcome to bring the food to the feast. But we have some pizza here. We have some other food here, some drinks. So come on through. Let's keep the feast. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right. Let's set up Psalms 133 in the last one. Kodash. Imadium Wapanya Hakwadam. Rise and face the east. Yeah, let me get it. Psalms 133. Let me get it in the last one. Kodash. Right. Hallelujah.
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 Who's the power?
How's the power?
Who's the power?
How's the power?
Bahashim.
Yahushua.
Bahashim.
Yahushua.
Abi Yahweh, please hear our prayer. Receive our supplication during this Shar Kag Sukkoth. Abi Yahweh, happy Feast of Tabernacles. Abi Yahweh, please hear our prayer and receive our supplication. We're going to read Psalms 133 in the last one, Kodash. Shiyar, Ma'agwath, Ladawat, Hana, Ma, Tawab, Wama, Nayam, Shabbath, Akim, Gum, Yakut, Kashaman, Hatawab, Ayo, Haraash, Yarad, Ayo, Hazakwan, Zakwan, Haharan, Shayarad, Ayo, Paya, Madawaktiwa, Kato, Karamwan, Shayarad, Ayo, Haraya, Tazyawan, Kaya, Sham, Tazawa, Yahweh, Af, Abiakad, Kayayam, I Walam, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, Thawada, Thanyat, Amen. Get the Most High hand. Hallelujah. All right. We're going to enjoy the feast. We're going to eat. We're going to drink. We're going to be merry. We're going to enjoy.